It's your boy RT, Buffalo Bills fan since 1991. Seen the good times. That's when I became a fan. And then I went through the down times. But now, we back up, baby. Bills Mafia, let's ride. But this will be my first take on a lot of stuff that then went on in the last few years, the last 10 years, the last 2 decades. And recently, the Bills been up, baby. We been up. And you gotta love it. And the main reason we been up, because we finally found us a A1 since day one quarterback, JA17. So, back to the story at hand. Story at hand is what's going on right now, 2024 Buffalo Bills. We done got rid of Stephon Diggs. Yeah, I know. People gonna see this and be like, man, that's old news. That was 3 weeks ago. That was a month ago. My take is Stephon Diggs wanted to go because he seen we weren't gonna get what we need to get with JA17. I know that is not a popular opinion. Let me elaborate. JA17 make too many mistakes, man. But JA17 is so good and so great that he can make up for those mistakes in the same game. He can throw 4 picks and still win the game because he's that kind of guy. Don't get mistaken. He's that dude. He can have 2 fumbles and 2 picks, and we still win the game. And it won't be because he didn't help us win the game. It's because he going to overcome. He does his best when he's under duress. But that ain't how you win a Super Bowl. How you win those big games is cutting down those mistakes. And inside that locker room, Diggs understood that JA17 ain't going to get me a chip. It's not about the numbers. It's not about the stats. He was getting all that with Josh. It's about winning that chip. Can y'all not see what's going on out there? Bengals games. Hands up. It wasn't because he wasn't getting the rock. He was over saying, is this what we came here for? I thought we was moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember him standing on the Chiefs field looking at the confetti? Like, that means something. That was the AFC Championship. Has he been back to one of those? And then I love the people who say, well, he ain't been doing nothing in the playoffs anyway. Don't get it twisted, man. Diggs is that dude. You throw him the ball, you put it where he can catch it, he will catch it. If you're not giving him the rock, you're not giving him opportunities, you're throwing it over his head, you're throwing it at his feet, you're throwing it out of bounds, how you going to put that on Diggs? Please tell me. How do you put that on Diggs? It's impossible. So at the end of the day, Diggs recognized he ain't going to get to where he's trying to go with your boy Josh Allen. And I don't blame him. I hope he gets him a ring because he deserves a ring. The man plays hard. The man goes all out. He does what you need him to do. He got great hands. He gets open. What else could you ask for from a receiver? And then the little stuff about, oh, he's a problem. He's this. Yeah, he's a problem. He wants to win. And y'all on some other ish. So that's my take on that. Get off Diggs' back. Diggs was that dude. Diggs was my favorite player. I loved Diggs before he even came to Buffalo. And when he came to Buffalo, all he did was elevate us, took us to places we ain't seen in the 90s. Hopefully, we see him soon again. That's first thing I need to get off my chest, off top. I'm sick of the Diggs crazy talk. Do y'all not remember the game against the Chiefs where we should have won if it wasn't for that coach and the defense? How y'all gonna try to blame Leslie Frazier for that 13-second game? That was strictly on McDermott. Don't get it twisted. This man got hard as a defensive coach. He come from Carolina because he got good defensive schemes. We hired him as our head coach. He hired Leslie Frazier. If you think that he don't check shit with Leslie Frazier before the play goes in, what you smoking on? What la world you living in? What dreamland you be sleeping on? Don't nothing go on that defense without McDermott knowing about it. It's crucial. It's the playoffs. Josh just got us where we need to be, and you telling me Frazier's over calling plays and McDermott don't know what's going on? Frazier said, hey, I'm thinking about running this. McDermott said, that sounds good. Let's do it. So, miss me. That's why Frazier stepped down. Because how you going to throw me under the bus? Maybe Frazier said, let's do this. And McDermott said, no, let's do that. But don't nobody want to put no blame on McDermott. It's Frazier. Frazier caught them bad plays. And it's all coming to fruition. We just had last season. Frazier been gone. I think Frazier been gone for like 1 year. Yeah. McDermott called the plays last year. Did y'all not see some of the similar bonehead mistakes? Did y'all? I seen it. And then y'all want to talk about how McDermott is still he's doing a good job. The D looks a little bit better than Frazier. Yeah, he's more aggressive. He's calling more blitzes. But at the end of the day, the outcomes was pretty much the same. Did y'all not see what was going on in some of these games last year? The defensive blunders. Frazier ain't there. That's why Frazier stepped away. Like, who y'all gonna blame when I ain't even here no more? And then you see, shit went on. Bad calls got called. No blame went to McDermott. Yep, some people was calling for his head, which his head should have been chopped off in the 13-second game. You know, and that's another problem. McDermott, I love him. I love what he did. I love him coming in, changing the culture. But at the end of the day, he ain't getting it done, man. And don't get me wrong. Like I said, 1991, when my fandom started, I've seen some bad times. McDermott, I ain't got nothing but love for that man. But at the end of the day, if you can't get us where we need to be, you in the way. You in the way, McDermott. Now, you a hell of a defensive mind. You a hell of a coach. At the end of the day, the 13-second blunder, I'm putting that on you. And all the other defensive blunders we done had, I'm putting that on you. But if you look at his overall tenure, we pretty much got a top 10 defense when McDermott been around, since he been around. So I'm going to give him his defensive props. He knows some D. But to me, it's the same old thing that gets us hurting in the big time games. Because throughout the season, playing that off coverage and playing that soft, and that's another thing, playing this nickel shit, being light in the ass out there, teams know how to handle that. Good teams. And Patrick Mahomes is the best team out there. And who we keep on losing to? Patrick Mahomes. And then when we ran into Joe Burrow, they knew how to dice up that defense. Did y'all not see that? So at the end of the day, don't blame Diggs. I feel like the blame need to be on Allen and the blame need to be on McDermott. Let's get to this Keon Coleman draft pick, second round. Me, myself, I wanted Ladd McConkey. You don't give me Ladd McConkey, give me Xavier Worthy. You give him to the Chiefs? I ain't even tripping. Y'all see a different thing. Y'all see a great vision with Coleman. Cool. After I seen him, looked him up, did a little bit more research, I'm buying in to Coleman. I like what I see, 6'4". Yeah, he didn't run fast at the combine, but when you see him on the field, it looks like he's pretty quick to me. He got the ball skills, he got the catching, which I feel like Josh needs because he's not the most accurate quarterback. Everybody like to talk about how he got better at this and better at that. Truth of the matter is he's not that much. He's not that accurate. And that's another thing Stephon Diggs realized. How many times was Diggs didn't burnt this man? He wide open, throw the hand up. Josh done overthrew him by like 5 feet. Threw it out of bounds where he can't even try to catch you. And then they want to bring up that little drop he had in the playoffs. Like he did that a lot. How many catches did he catch that he shouldn't have caught? Well, Josh threw a horrible pass and he still caught it. But see, he gone now, and y'all mad. Y'all want to act like he ain't do nothing. Miss me with that, man. Put some respect on Stephon Diggs' name. That dude, it was a baller. That dude is the reason why we've been up. And Josh is the reason too. But without Diggs, you seen what was going on. You seen what happened when we had Cole Beasley and John Brown before we got Diggs. What happened? We didn't go too far. We didn't do many things. I'm not saying Diggs made Allen. All I'm saying is he was a key, major player, major part of us elevating from a good team, playoff team, to a team competing for a Super Bowl. And there ain't no shock that now he ain't on the team. They ain't talking about us being Super Bowl threats. You know, pretty much when Diggs was on the team and Allen was rocking and rolling, we was pretty much on every show. First Take, Speak, Undisputed, Around the Horn, Pardon the Interruption, Get Up. First things first, any sports show, it will be a segment about your Buffalo Bills. Because we was hot. We was up. Now Diggs is gone. We down. Now, we might not be down when the play starts and we see what Coleman can do and we see what MVS can do and we see if Claypool can, revitalize his career. We can see, I'm pretty sure Curtis Samuel's going to do his thing. He ain't never played with a good, decent quarterback like Josh. Then we got Kincaid, we got Knox, we got Cook. I'm loving Ray Davis from Kentucky. Home squad. UK. Louisville, Kentucky. That's me. That's where I'm from. Ray Davis is going to be a problem. He's going to be an issue. You best believe it. He going to be an issue. So, I'm not tripping about the Chiefs getting Worthy. Would I have love for the Bills to get him? Of course. 4.2, something speed. I feel like we needed that kind of piece. Yeah, we got Samuels. Yeah, we got Hamler. But this is a rookie dude. He's a rookie contract. What if he turned into the next Tyreek? Now, we know how to handle Tyreek, but at the end of the day, why would we give them a weapon like that? But at the end of the day, like I said, it is what it is. Can't cry over spilled milk. I'm riding with Coleman. I like what I see so far. I think we can do some things with him. I think the running game going to be better. I think the O-line's looking good. It's all about putting it together, and it's all about JA17. Diggs don't think you that hot, man. That's why he wanted out of there. He know you solid. He know you good. He know you going to put up some numbers, but how you going to win, though? How you going to win the big games? How you going to be back there dancing and shaking and getting stripped? Are you going to be out there running for your life and throwing picks? I can't blame that last playoff game on Josh, but at the end of the day, I know it's not that many blind people in the world. I'm not saying a lot of people ain't blind. I'm saying the percentages from the not blind to the blind is pretty low compared to people who can see. And if you got eyes to see, you could see Diggs was wide fucking open. And he probably would have caught that, made a spin move. How many times we didn't seen him do it? Made a little shimmy. Now, he don't do it all the time. Sometimes he slide down, go down, but it's playoff time. I see him catching that, trying to make a move, and getting that first down. Now, was Shakir open? Yeah, he was open. But that's the main issue I got with Josh Allen. Take the easy money. Take the throw that's right there. Get the money that's right there in your face. That's easy. You don't have to fight for it. You don't have to sit. What happened on that play? He's sitting back there waiting for that good throw, that money throw. And don't even get me into fucking. Don't even get me started with that snowman left tackle who got bullied right back into Josh, bumped him as he's throwing it, and now the pass don't make it where it need to make it. I'm not saying the snowman ain't decent, but it's always some shit when it's big time, when it's moment, big time shit, when it's time to get big boys, when it's time to be when it's time to tough up. He always folding up. Y'all remember the Tennessee Titan game when we was on the goal line trying to make that push? We about to do a quarterback sneak, and he got blew up. Check the play. Go look at the tape. And now in the playoffs, Chris Jones just mugged him all the way back to Josh. Like, you, big dude, you ain't got you can't hold this dude off just for a second. I mean, he just moving you all the way back to Josh's lap. Like I said, I ain't trying to hate on Dawkins. I know he's a decent left tackle. But these are the problems we got with the Bills. Too many players don't make big plays in the big moments. But I tell you a player who did do that, his name was Stephon Diggs. And he's gone. Josh Allen, he makes plays in the big moments, but it's the plays in the moments that ain't so big where he hurts us. See, he wouldn't have to try to make those plays in the big moments if he wasn't throwing these picks. If he wasn't getting stripped, if he wasn't dropping the ball, if he wasn't making us punt the ball when somebody was wide open, but he wanted to go for the long shot. The greatest quarterback ever told him he would be great if he just start taking the money that's right in front of him, the easy money, the layups. And anybody with eyes can see, when you watch the tape of Josh Allen, there'll be layups all over the place. And the man just don't like layups. The man likes shooting threes. He's Steph Curry at the quarterback position. He wants to go for the big shot. He wants to get the big points. He don't want to take no little layup. He got to slam jam on you. It's got to be a highlight. That's the problem I got, and that's the problem Diggs had. And the main problem Diggs had, he just want to win a Super Bowl, man. The man about to be 30 years old. He loves this game. He wants to have a championship ring before he leaves this game. And if Josh ain't going to be the one to help him do that, it's time to go. We keep on making it to the playoffs, and I don't even get the ball. Look at his playoff stats. Y'all can't tell me that he fell off in the playoffs or he gets tired in the playoffs. it's like the point guard on the basketball court. If the point guard comes up and shoots the ball every time, how you gonna blame Mike or Jordan? I mean, how you gonna blame Jordan or Kobe or Durant or LeBron, any of these great players from not doing stuff in the playoffs when the point ain't even passing them the rock? He's out there showboating. He out there gunning, shooting up bricks. Now Diggs can go over and be like, "Hey man, throw me the ball, man. I'm open. I'm ready." Coach gonna tell him, "Pipe down. Go sit down. Relax. Josh he gonna get it to you when he can." And then that's how you get games where Gabe Davis got 3 touchdowns in one game. Diggs, I don't think he threw Diggs 1 touchdown in the playoffs. I think he got 1 against the Colts. But in the big games, in the biggest games, how you gonna not go to your biggest big-time player? Make it make sense. So at the end of the day, that's my rant. That's my take. Many more to come. I'm going to be out here in these YouTube streets, in these Buffalo streets, giving my takes, giving my reactions. Get more. I say get more. Get ready for much more to come. I can go on for days and days and days, but I just had to get that off my chest. Get off Diggs' back. Diggs did what he had to do. Josh need to step up this year. What if we win 9 games this year? Y'all going to blame the receivers. Y'all going to blame this. Y'all going to blame that. Open your eyes and see what this dude Josh be doing. My last take before I get out of here. All these reports about that first game. Everybody was coming up to Josh like, "Hey, man, good game, man. We'll get him next time, man. Good game, G." And then Diggs supposedly said something in his ear. And Josh jumped up like, "Hey, man, it's one fucking game. It's just one fucking game." That's a prime example of what I'm talking about. Did we not just struggle? Wasn't we all sweating trying to even make the playoffs? How much would that one fucking game help? Because we should have won that fucking game. Aaron Rodgers got hurt. We out here playing Zach Wilson. And you throw 4 picks? This whole game breaks down everything I've been talking about on this video. I came out saying Josh is great. Josh is that dude. He can make big mistakes, big time mistakes, and still bring you back and win for you. And this is what goes on with Josh. And that game breaks down everything. Josh comes out, plays like boo-boo. Boo-boo. Doo-doo. And then what'd he do? Put his cape on, went out there and said, "Yeah, I didn't throw 4 picks, but I'm still that dude. I can get us back in the game." And he did that. We made it to overtime. One part because Josh is good, and the other part is because the Jets suck. And Aaron Rodgers wasn't out there. And then we get to overtime. Oh, shit, we got the ball first. Oh, we about to win this. Josh about to take us home. 4-and-out punt. Go watch the drive. People was open. He decided to do other things. Ain't that what I just talked about? How he's standing back there looking for the 3, trying to take these 3s when it's layups out here. So he decided to do other things. Didn't throw a pick. Beautiful. Thank you. But we had to punt. We all know what happened when we punted that ball. To the house. We lose. Come down to the last 2 games of the season, and we worried about if we're gonna make the playoffs or not. Now, what would be worrying about that if Josh wouldn't have had those 4 picks? Ask yourself. If Josh would only threw 2 picks that day and he would have played more conservative and he would have took some of those layups, would he have even went to overtime? And that's what Diggs seen. Diggs is there. And that's another thing before I get out of here. Diggs is putting in the work. Josh playing golf. Truthfully, you know what I'm saying? Since he got his bag, I feel like he really wants to be a golfer more than he wants to be a football player. Now, the dude's a hell of a football player. I'm not taking nothing away from Josh. I know y'all going to take this like this dude be hating. No, Josh is a hell of a football player. But maybe that's why some of these mistakes keep on happening, because he's more focused on playing golf than coming in, practicing, getting extra work in with the players, with your receivers. So in games like the Eagles game, when you had Gabe Davis wide open and he ran to the corner, but you threw it to the middle like he was going to run a slant, maybe that wouldn't have happened if y'all was more in sync. If you was more in the building, going over stuff with the players like, hey, if I see this, you should cut this way. You should. That's just me. That's just what I see. So I ain't hating on Josh. I'm keeping it real. I'm not hating on McDermott. I'm keeping it real. But I'm keeping it real. Did he drop that pass against the Chiefs? He should have caught that. Have I seen him catch shit he shouldn't have caught? Yes. People drop shit. That was like a 55-yard bomb. Name me some players who was going to catch that. Tyreek Hill ain't catching that. Some of the best wide receivers in the game right now ain't going to catch that. And if you say, oh, yes, they would, I can pull up tape of them dropping stuff too. So don't get it twisted. And then that's another thing. Like I tell people around me, they're like, oh, how he dropped that? Well, man, he's rusty. He ain't even getting the ball. He ain't even throwing him the ball. And now all of a sudden you want to throw me up a 55-yard bomb. Yep, I tried to catch it, but I missed it. And now the next play, maybe it wasn't the next play, but it was a couple plays later. I'm wide open. I'm only like running a 5-yard slant. I'm pretty sure he would have caught that. But you bypassed me to hit the man in the end zone. But your left tackle can't hold up, and he gets bumped back into your lap, and now we kicking a field goal. And what happened? Another L. Another early exit. Another Pat Mahomes ring. And Diggs sees the writing on the wall. We ain't going to get no ring unless things change around here. And he is smart enough and been around enough to know things ain't going to change. So, you got to keep on letting all the people hype you up and make everything sound like it's beautiful out here in these streets. But the truth of the matter is, the real talk, the real deal, Josh got to be better. McDermott need to be better. We ain't getting no chip. And I'm liking what I'm seeing from the OTA so far. Josh look like he ready to be a leader and teach these young boys how to win. This season going to say a lot. Because if we come out and ball and win 11, 12 games, everything I'm saying is null and void. Josh been turning it around. Josh is ready to be a leader. Josh is ready to take football more serious. But if we come out and win 8, 9 games, McDermott got to go. Josh need to do a deep inside look at himself. And if he don't, just another talented, great player wasted. How many players we done wasted at Buffalo? Like Marshawn Lynch, great player. Oh, he was doing this and that. So y'all ship him off to Seattle and now he beast mode. We drafted beast mode. Why can't we benefit from beast mode? Really?